online who seemed to have the answer.
It was a chat room, and this man from Pakistan came online and started telling me about Islam. He said he was a Muslim, and I was very interested. I said, "What is that? Is that the people that worship the cows?" And he said, "No, Islam is something different. We worship one God, the one true God." And when he said the one true God, I said, "Really? Tell me about it," because part of me was still searching.
Cindy began to study Islam at a Muslim community center in Houston, Texas.
I was interested in it, number one, because of the familiarity that I saw in the Bible, and also because of charity, and because I thought to myself, if they give charity, they have to be good people. And then once they showed me these things, then I was listening to everything else that they had to say.
Within a month, she converted to Islam.
The road to heaven for Muslims, they work their way. Everything they do, every prayer they do, every motion they do is working their way towards heaven. I pray the 5 prayers a day, plus if I do extra, God will really be proud of me. I learned how to read in Arabic so that I could read, because Arabic is the chosen language of God in Islam.
6 months later, Cindy married a Muslim man.
The first week I wanted to cry because it was such a culture shock. And I saw that he was going to treat me very well as long as I did what he wanted me to do. As long as I was completely covered, head to toe, as long as I went only where he wanted me to go. It was a very controlling relationship. If I did anything that he didn't like, he would abuse me in one form or another. It was a common practice for my husband to bite me or pull my hair or hit me. And then one time he did throw me on the floor and stomp on my stomach.
Cindy's doubts about her new religion grew.
In Islam, it's like a controlling atmosphere, because your prayers are controlled when you pray to God, what language you pray to God, what time, what you can and cannot eat, what you can and cannot wear as far as makeup, jewelry. If I had have known there was this much control over me as a woman in Islam, I probably never would have converted, because what this did for me is ultimately made me more angry and more bitter. The more I saw, the more I didn't like it. They say there's no compulsion in religion. That's in the Quran. But what I saw in the Hadiths, which are the sayings and the teachings of Muhammad, he would have people killed or kill them himself if they rejected Islam.
The September 11th attacks solidified her doubts.
The second and last tower of the World Trade Tower has just collapsed.
I felt like I was caught between two worlds at that point, because here I was, a Muslim, and they're saying Muslims did this terrible thing, but yet I'm an American and this is happening in my country. So I was totally devastated, and it totally wiped me out emotionally. I didn't know what to think. All I could do was cry, and I cried for days.
As her beliefs and her marriage crumbled, Cindy fell into a deep depression.
At one point, I just became so hopeless that I started begging God for death. I was praying to the God that I knew as a child, that I would pray to when I knew to pray. Then something in my heart said, go back to your childhood, go back to church. Something was drawing me there.
That day, Cindy felt the love of Jesus and longed for more.
The Sunday school teacher emailed me, and I started reading the Bible, and she would tell me where to read, and I started praying and asking God, show me if this is real or if Islam is real. I don't know what's real right now, but I want your truth. And I was begging for the truth. That's all I wanted. I started to believe that Jesus was the Son of God, and that he came here to die for my sins, and I couldn't stop praising and worshiping him.
Cindy renounced Islam and accepted Jesus Christ. She and her husband eventually divorced. Now, through her relationship with Jesus, Cindy says she found truth, love, and eternal life.
The love that I feel for him is just a fraction of what I know that he has for me. God put such a love in my heart for Muslims. Now I want to teach them about the love of Christ that can change their life like it has mine. We can't work our way to heaven. It's by grace that we're saved through faith. There's nothing that I could do ever good enough to earn that. Your heart will change, your life will change, the hatred and the bitterness and the hurt goes away, and it's replaced with love and joy like you have never known before, like no drug, no man, nothing in this world can satisfy. There's nothing like it.